when you first bought the company from Mr. N.W. Poole, who did you have working with you? Like who was the group of people that you had that maybe started out and then progressed along as we went along that worked with us?
Well, we started out with, of course, N.W. worked for me for a while, and then we had his grandson, and we had one more man, William Jones, and that was pretty much it, besides me and N.W. So we had about 5 people working, and then I brought in Kevin and Chris. Chris was living in Snow Hill, and he was driving back and forth every day. And you guys came in, and y'all were a big asset at that time because we didn't have anybody we could trust to do pumps and do service work. And we all of us kind of learned on the job. But we were willing to learn, and it just grew from there. We've not had a lot of turnover the first 10 years we were in business. Really, we kept the nucleus of people that we had, and family. When you called us, there's about a 99% chance you see a family member on the job. So there was somebody on the job that had something at stake besides a paycheck. That was important. Yeah.
And so one of the things that, like Dad mentioned, is between Dad and his brother James, their wives, my mom, and then my cousin's wife, or my uncle's wife, Aunt Christy. They were here from the beginning. Pretty much in '97, they bought the company and started out. And I came along. I was probably, and I had worked for N.W. Poole prior. Dad got me a job. You got me a job working with Mr. N.W. when I was 16, and I never knew that I would be an owner one day. And it blows my mind to think about it. Even right now, every time I think about it, it makes me want to tear up, cry, because it's just so amazing that all of these steps that happened, but that to get us to where we are today. But it was I started out, and then Chris came along, and then my brother Ryan joined us, we're all in business together. So and then our wives, Chris's wife Brenda, and then my wife Stephanie started after we had our first child. She come to work with us, and so we've been a family business. At one time we had 4, 5, 6, 7. We had probably 9 Letchworths working here at one time. So we've all kind of been here the whole time, and we continue on, and so it's been kind of cool to grow up in that environment and to see how things have progressed, and to be able to, like I said earlier, is to you see some of the same customers over and over again. We've got customers that we're working for now that we worked for at the very beginning, and then NW had worked for them prior to as well. So it's kind of been cool to see how we've been able to transition from one generation to another. And when Ryan and Chris and Brendan and Stephanie and I, when we all bought the company from you, you had hired a consulting firm to come in, and one of the first things they told us when we took over was, there's a pretty good chance you guys are not going to make it. There's a pretty good chance that when you go from one generation to the next, it's really high percentage of not making it. And I'm thankful to the good Lord that we've been able to survive. And it's because of the principles that were set forth early on with NW, and now you and Mom and Dad, and you and Mom and James and Christy, we've been able to build on it. And so we love each other as a family, and we care about one another, and there's just a lot of joy in what we do. We get to serve people, and be of service to them, and be able to help them in the things they need.